Well, hi and welcome back. Today is going to be another kind of me podcast. Lots to talk about. And yeah, chemo is all done. So they actually gave me a little diploma, which was very cute on my last treatment. And I even have a little bit of peach fuzz starting to come back, which is going to be fun when that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing some positive changes because in 2 days I'm having my mastectomy. And that is obviously a lot. It's been really good to have this little break with the podcast, and seeing Mitch and Terry and Bucky was really, really good and a nice diversion. And yeah, just reminiscing about Scott is very, very cathartic, and we all went through so much when he was missing, and yeah, getting to kind of process that in itself is an important thing. And then yeah, I'm not having as much time to frankly process this whole cancer process. It's just keeping the even keel in our home, making sure the kids are good, making sure, just logistically they are where they need to be and have what they need, and then obviously, talking to them about this is just one of the hardest bloody things. But they bounce back from it really well. And since I shared the other one, I'll share. I updated the book I made for them, and once again, a lot of the information and the photos certainly come from the Kid's Guide to Cancer, the Kid's Guide to Breast Cancer, which is a great book. It's I just am finding, I need to be, well, it's my journey and my time to tell them. So it's, I just need to personalize it a little more, and be specific about where we're at. So yeah, this was the conversation I had with the kids just a couple weeks ago.
It's time to get rid of the rest that is in Mummy's boobies, okay? So I'm going to have a surgery to take out the rest of that cancer. So Mummy's going to go to the hospital with Daddy. See, there's the Mummy getting in the car. Kind of looks like our car. And they have a Nana and Grandpa staying with them. And someone's going to stay home to look after you two. Okay, while Mummy goes to the hospital.
Who is it?
Well, we'll figure that out. We don't know exactly when Mummy's... This is the surgeon. So Mummy's going to see her surgeon, and a surgeon is a doctor who does operations. Okay, and this is the operation happening here. So they're going to give Mummy some sleeping medicine so that the operation doesn't hurt at all. And then the surgeon's going to cut out the cancer, but guys, that means Mummy's boobies are going to go away. They're going to be taken off. And this is what it's going to look like, okay? You see? And I'm going to have both done. So Mummy's boobies are going to go from that to that. It's just going to be a scar. And they're going to be really flat. Okay?
I don't want this to happen to your booby.
I don't want it to happen either. I'm actually kind of sad about it too. I know.
But I'm still happy because I don't want to have it. I still have belly.
You can still squish my belly. You know what? Yes, you sure can. And
Still squishy belly.
I know. This is hard, honey. It's hard. Okay. But then Mommy's going to come back from the hospital, and you guys can make me nice cards and signs like you do. You always make me feel so happy when I come home.
I really made you that. Mom, I'm that has
Oh, it's a
blood
Wonderful idea.
That sounds
and
nice.
had blood in the middle.
That's
You remember
right.
when I made
I
that?
do remember. That was beautiful. That was really beautiful. And Mummy is going to have a big bandage on her chest, okay, because of the operation. Right? Mama's going to feel a little sore at first, and I'm not going to be able to pick you guys up for a little while, but it's going to get better every day. And then you can give Mummy nice, gentle hugs. And then the bandages will come off when Mummy's all healed. And finally, we can have the biggest hugs ever.
Mom, I want to do it all.
Okay, the whole book? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so it's always just, it's so hard to talk to them about it. And, I really did have to, show them what it looked like, because my kids are young enough that they see me. I mean, my daughter's favorite thing is to grab a blanket and stuffies and come into the bathroom when I'm having a shower and set up essentially a camp while I'm showering and ask me questions about my breasts. And that's going to be just our new reality for the next while. And even if I get reconstruction, which I think I will, they're going to be dramatically different. And there's a lot of really amazing options for people having breast reconstruction, but when you need as much radiation as I'm going to need, and both my breasts were basically 50% cancer apparently, so the plastic surgeon literally referred to it as a salvage. So it's going to be what it'll be. Yeah, they come around really well, the kids, and we'll talk to them about it again tonight. Yeah, pre-op stuff tomorrow, and then surgery on Friday. So it is, yeah, it is all the things. I'm not looking forward to it, but I'm trying to get to a place where I'm not just losing my breast, but I'm getting rid of the cancer. And I think why this is such a hard thing to wrap my head around is because I've never felt sick through this whole thing. I mean, the chemo made me sick, not the cancer at that point. And I haven't, I found a lump and that was it. My life physically, it was fine. And yeah, it's very weird process to feel completely normal and healthy, and have that be told that you're on the brink of dying, and be told that you're you need your life saved is it's a weird thing. So, but it is the case, and I certainly believe them that it's the case, and hopefully I can see the back of this. What I'm really anxious about and kind of hopeful now is that they're going to test my lymph nodes, that they're not going to take out so many, and they're going to test them and see if there's any cancer left in them. And so if there is cancer in the lymph nodes still, then we have to go into a plan B scenario. And I really hope that all of the chemo we did and everything, paid off. And I don't, understand every aspect of the lymph system, but I know that I'd like to keep as many as possible. Please and thank you. Yeah, I'm not going to talk too much about Scott today, just because this is all enough. And I did get to pitch the film recently to some broadcasters, so I'm waiting to hear back on that. And I went to a documentary film festival to do a little bit of networky kind of stuff, and that was in the midst of chemo still, so that was, not quite the networking experience that I'm used to, and I didn't do a ton of it. But I'm glad I went, and I'm glad that I'm just making moves. Every step with this documentary is a step forward, and I need the broadcasters in order to get the grant funding, and and then you need the grant funding to really get moving. So if I can line all that up while all this is happening and be able to really move quickly once radiation is over, and to have some of the funding starting to get into place by then would be so stellar. So that is the goal at the moment. And I'm going to just keep moving. But a good friend of Scott's sent me a bunch of great footage yesterday, and that was for sure a pick me up. And people have great recordings of him, above and beyond mine, and it is excellent to start to uncover that and to find all that stuff, and just to hear his voice again. And it's I do miss him a lot. He was somebody that I just really enjoyed him. I really enjoyed being around him, and there was always something. A day with Scott was always something new and different, and certainly always learning something that he would talk about that day, and it was always rewarding just knowing that my visits meant so much to him, and I was able to make his life just a little bit more easeful whenever I saw him, and even if I wasn't doing anything particular for him, I mean, just hanging out was always lovely. And I'm just really looking forward to telling his story. First, we got to get through surgery. So I'm gonna keep this one short, and just wanted to commemorate the moment, I guess. To be honest, at this point of the podcast, I haven't actually launched these yet. I've got, I guess this one makes episode 4, and I'm not agonizing entirely about putting it out, but it's obviously it's really hard to to feel that maybe no one will want to listen to me go on about my journey anyway, but we'll see. And it's I'm now just filling time with deep sighs, so I'm gonna wrap this up. I was listening to some of Scott's songs, and I would like to end with one, because why not? Seems to be my pattern. And Scott's album From Two Pianos, No Waiting, is one of my favorite things that he did, and he has a song called Vicksburg Blues that I really like, and it's not one of his most exciting songs, but it just really, it fits my mood today. So I hope you enjoy a little bit of Scott and Doug Riley together, and Maureen Brown on drums, playing his song Vicksburg Blues from Two Pianos No Waiting.
Thank you. Vicksburg Blues.